Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Kia. Anthony cannot be with me tonight. He's going to a crystal convention. Well, he went to a crystal convention. And, I wasn't too thrilled about him not coming today, but I understood why, because I'm actually really envious. I would love to have gone to the crystal convention, but I don't have enough money for a bus to get back to the city now. And April 9th. He promised to bring back something nice. So I'm happy for that. I can't wait for him to come back. Tonight I'm just playing a bunch of different things that I'd like to listen to, and I'm talking about a few different things. One of the biggest ones that I want to discuss, which will probably be the first thing I talk about, is this idea that women should feel safe wearing whatever they want to, being out all types of nights, and not expect people to say anything, or not to expect men, rapists, to be honest, to react. It makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense in a sense. We should be able to go outside without fear of being raped. I'm not gonna take that away from anybody. However, if you go outside in a thong and a bra, and your fucking body is just showing, and it looks like, people can point out what cuts of meat they could take because you're exposing skin, that's really suggestive behavior, and I don't understand why people are allowing our generation to get to the point where we're not held responsible for our actions. I mean, they say, victim blaming is horrible. Yeah, it is. Victim blaming is horrible. But the thing is that there's things you can do to avoid having issues. One of those biggest issues is dressing like you have some respect for yourself. Oh, but I can just however I want to without, You can't tell me how to dress. Okay, I can't tell you how to dress. But I can't tell that man over there what to think. I can't tell that man over there what to do. He shouldn't rape you. He should just keep walking. But, you're dressing like you're working the street. And I don't understand why this is such a hard thing for people to understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you feel like the need to be sexy? Why does that have to equate to you not being dressed? Amber Rose, now she has this slut walk thing. I'm not sure if it's for rape survivors or women who just like sex or whatever. The original definition of the term slut means somebody who didn't keep her room clean. And I guess in a sense, it still applies, because if you're letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry up in your snatch, you're not keeping your body clean, and I guess you can want to call that your room. Room? Play on words. Why call it a slut walk? Why? Because you're tired of being slut shamed? Yeah, nobody should be slut shaming anyone, because girls like sex and guys like sex. And we don't call guys sluts, we call them man whores, and we barely do that. But, why would you want to be called a slut? I'm just trying to understand. I just don't get it. Maybe because my mother is older. My mother is, she's old enough to be my grandmother. And she raised me to have enough respect for myself where I can dress sexy and still, have my midriff covered, my butt covered, my boobs covered. I mean, every now and then I feel the need to, pull my shirt down a little bit to show off some skin. But, I'm not trying to show off the whole areola. And I see that. I see girls walking around in shorts that are tight enough to be underwear. And I see girls walking around with tank tops that should just be bras. And, you go out at 12 o'clock at night, you're coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're hammered or you're high, and you don't look like you know where you're going because you're drunk or you're high. And somebody notices you. Can you even use your phone? I know some girls will sit there and try to use their phones, but you're so disoriented that you can't properly use your phone. It just You have to be a little bit more considerate with yourself. Like, you are the only person that's gonna look out for you the best way you can. Oh, well, you shouldn't be telling us to dress a certain way. We should just teach our boys not to rape. Um, we should just teach everyone not to rape. Because I remember there was something on the internet about this guy being raped at gunpoint by 2 women, and the whole internet had a field day. They thought that shit was funny. That's not funny. Like, a boy being raped by a man. Oh, that's some gay shit. It's wrong, and no, not because that's some gay shit. It's wrong because you raped someone, and then it's the shit with, oh, a boy gets raped by a woman, like a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old gets raped by an older woman, and people are like, oh, you should be happy because at least you got some. What? We don't tell girls that. Boys being sexually molested and sexually attacked is just as serious as women being sexually attacked and sexually molested. And the minute we can get this whole negative thing, all this negative shit out of our minds, the world can be a better place. I mean, I don't see a whole bunch of guys walking around in suggestive clothing, and women will still think they're sexy. Like, I can see a guy in a nice tux that covers the body, and I still think that they're sexy. But a woman feels the need to walk outside in some tight behind clothes that pretty much show skin, show all of her body, and no one should judge her for that. Not gonna judge you because of your outfit, but you're not doing what you can do to protect yourself. We do not live in a perfect society where you can go outside pretty much naked and no one's gonna say anything. That's not the world we live in. Europe has a pretty good tolerance for nudity. So if you wanna be naked in the streets, by all means, go somewhere in Europe. Because America, I guess we haven't evolved that much to be comfortable with people walking around naked. And I get that this is the human form and this is art. I always think that the human body is a work of art. But you know how people think. You know the world you're living in. The world has never been perfect. My mother, not trying to put her age out there or whatever, but even when she was little, the world was not perfect. And my grandma, when she was little, I never got to meet her. But the world was not perfect during that time. It was damn sure not perfect. People, I just really wish, where's the common sense? I'll be right back.